All right, so after losing a big majority of their playmakers on defense, it looks like here at Greenway, it's got to be the Tyler Duncan show. I think he's gonna have to like go off this year for like something north of 2,700 yards passing in order to get this team into the playoffs and do the same damage that they did last year.
But he has the ability to do that. Chili, one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in all of 5A. Tyler Duncan coming off a huge junior year, over 2,300 passing yards, 29 touchdowns through the air, and almost 600 yards rushing. It's a playmaker for sure.
So we are in Demon Country right now, Greenway High School. Hey, we're here. Yeah, I know that you guys are losing a lot of pieces on defense, but the offense is super exciting. Let's talk about this defense first. What are you expecting this year?
Man, we actually have changed our concepts a little bit. We're going with some lighter guys. We just don't have the line to run our even front anymore, so we're putting a lot of speed as much as we can on defense.
Like the old school Miami teams.
Yeah.
Faster's better. Faster's better.
Speed is better. So we're gonna just come at people from every angle we can and get after it.
All right, now let's talk about this offense. I know you got this super talented quarterback, Tyler Duncan. You got this receiver, Hughes, that looks giant, and Arias. But what can we expect from the offense?
I think what you're going to see is a lot more balance this year. Hopefully we keep our running backs healthy. We lost both our running backs last year, but we should be able to run the ball with Christian Johnson and TJ Murphy, and then it's great having those guys that just can consistently catch the ball and run great routes. With Tyler, he's another weapon out there.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys are obviously trying to get into the playoffs to make sure that your seniors handle that business.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to take at least 2,700 yards passing though from Duncan. How easy is that going to be to obtain for him?
Man, if we could get 3,000 total yards out of him, I think we're rolling. I mean, the kid, he's special, and we're really pushing him to learn a lot more as far as the passing game and stuff like that.
Now who's going to anchor this defense for you since you're losing so many pieces?
You know what? All of them. I mean, honestly, it's going to take a full team effort out of those guys, and that's the biggest thing that we're preaching to them, is that it's going to take all 11 and plus some backups, because we're going to play fast. Kids are going to be tired, and this is what it is. We're going to get a lot of bodies out on the field and just fly.
That's pretty good. Follow it.
So how excited are you about this offense? I hear that you got the green light to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Man, it's going to be fun. All the weapons around me, sky's the limit. I think we have everyone to do the right things and go far.
Now, the way you guys finished last season was kind of tough because you guys were 15th in power points, but you guys got bumped out because a couple teams won region. What are you expecting this year for your team?
Oh, I mean, that just lights a fire under us and pushes us to, we don't want to be in that position. We want to be higher, top 5, and make it all the way up there and hang with the big dogs and just fight.
I keep telling everybody that it's going to take 2,700 passing yards out of you to get you guys into the playoffs. What are you expecting out of that?
I'm expecting like over 3,000, like 40+ touchdowns.
Now you got a super talented class of quarterbacks. At the end of it all, where do you want your name to be ranked?
I mean, I'm not really focused on that right now. Just focused on leading my team and getting better each day. And basically in the top 10 or top 5, then that's where I am.
So the stats don't really matter. It's really where you end up, where Greenway ends up in the rankings at the end of this.
Yes,
talk to me about this huge, massive, tight end that you have, Caden. What's this connection going to be like?
I mean, we work every weekend. Timing's all there with all my receivers. He's just a big body to have and gets open all the time. Trust him wherever, put it up, put it in the right spots, and know he'll go get it and get after it.
What about Arias?
He's fast, quick, good agility. He can make moves off the edge where we all have our timing down. If corner sits or anything, I know where to put it, and they know where it's going to be, and they go get it.
In all of this, it seems, in all of this passing game talk, it seems like the running game gets a little bit lost. What's the running game over here at Greenway going to be like?
I mean, it's an RPO, so it's pretty much half and half. If I like what the defense gives me, I'm going to pass. If the box is in our favor, then I'm going to let our running backs take the job and get us touchdowns and yards.
Tyler Duncan, you already know, get familiar. I know a lot of people sleeping.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, let him go first. Go. Why not, man? There you go. Get down, get down, get down. Not up, boy, Steven.
How are you going to build on your big 600 plus yard, 9 touchdowns last year?
I feel like I'm a lot better than 600 yards and 9 touchdowns. I feel like I could take it to more than 1,000 yards and like 15 touchdowns.
Who's the focal point of this offense, you or Tyler?
Me.
What can we expect out of this Greenway team? I know you guys got 6 wins last year. You guys were 15 in power point. I think you guys were 15 in power points last year, but barely missed the playoffs.
I feel like without injuries, we could have easily gone 8-2, and I feel like people are sleeping on us, and we're going to do really good this season. I feel like we can make it a stick.
Which one of these receivers in this fleet of receivers is the best compliment for you?
Julian.
And how is it that you guys compliment each other so well?
Well, we're always out there together, trying to hype people up, and best ones out there. We're just making sure we get everyone else up where we are.
And what's it like having a special quarterback like Tyler Duncan, who I truly believe is probably one of the top 15 quarterbacks in the state and not getting any love?
Well, I feel like I'm truly blessed. It's stupid that people don't think he's as good as he really is, and really people are sleeping on him too. And he's going to go off this season. He's going to show people what they don't believe in him.
You said last year, barring injuries, you guys could have been 8-2. What about this year? What's your prediction?
10-0.
All right, me and Cody T. Cameron, we're about to brave this storm out there. We are headed to Peoria. We're going to do the recap in the car because I feel like Dorothy and Toto in Kansas, he would be Dorothy. This Greenway team, on offense at least, looks absolutely spectacular with Arias, Hughes, and led by Duncan. Defense, like, you know, we talked about earlier, you know, there's going to be some question marks. What are you thinking after what you just saw?
Well, I mean, that's the situation you have when you have a roster of about 35 guys. Coach said that was out there right now. But the thing about this Greenway team is they have a ton of senior leadership players who can go both ways. So Caden Hughes, who we just saw, Chili, he's one of the biggest players I've seen in all of 4A. He is a monster, and he looks conditioned enough to go both ways. A great receiver, a great defensive player, a great tackler, and a great leader. You have a couple of those players, and you have a solid team, especially with a good quarterback like Tyler Duncan.
Yeah, I think Tyler Duncan's in line for a huge year. Last year he had 2,300 yards passing, 29 touchdowns. I think this year he's going to be somewhere north of 2,700 yards passing, and I could easily see him getting 800 to 1,000 on the ground. So we're going to brave this hurricane that is now in Arizona, this hurricane/Haboob thing, and we're going to try to make our way to Peoria. But Greenway, they look solid. Don't sleep.